Don't try. Okay, let me stop this here because I wanted to talk about spam. I wanted to talk about spam because even I remember the last Bitcoin cycle. There was a lot of issues, right, with scammers, with hackers, with spam. It got pretty bad. And if you fast forward 4 years to today and look how much that has advanced. Oh, Bodhi's going to be in Vegas for Bitcoin 2025. All right. We're building something here. Something's happening. But if you think about where we were 4 years ago compared to today, like the AI, the spam is so out of control right now. I posted a video yesterday, a clip. There was 250 comments in there. I've been doing my best to delete any comments. There's a whole bunch of the same ones. They're either promoting some shitcoin or they are, let me take this off. They're either promoting some shitcoin or they're telling people a private key to a Bitcoin address. And I've been trying to think about what the hell they could be doing with that. But I think their intention with that is to actually get people to enter that into a Bitcoin wallet, to see, it's a trick, right? It's a trap. So you enter in those 12 words, and maybe you forget to restore your other wallet, and all of a sudden you just go into receive. You click the address, you send the Bitcoin there, and then it's theirs because you entered in their private key that they gave you. You forgot to restore your other wallet, and then you started sending Bitcoin. I know that it's not a high chance of somebody doing that, but I'm pretty sure that's their intention there. So all of my YouTube videos now are just completely full of these spam, these comments. And so between that and phone calls, it's just it's out of control right now. And the one thing I think that Bitcoin's going to do, a very positive thing that Bitcoin's going to do for the world, is get rid of spam. And if you think about this, if you really think through how this could work now that we have the ability with Lightning, with micropayments, we can actually set up a buffer using Bitcoin to prevent any spam from getting into our lives. Right? So just let's fast forward here. I know that this is probably going to seem like a crazy concept to people right now, but let's fast forward here 5 years. Think about how things have advanced. AI has gotten a lot worse. There's a lot more issues and hackers and scammers. So there could be a platform, just like YouTube. Maybe YouTube implements this. Maybe Rumble implements this. But in order to leave a comment, you have to give the creator 5 sats. That would get rid of spam instantly, because that wouldn't work with fiat, because 2 things. Micropayments don't exist on the fiat rails. You can't send a fraction of a cent to somebody. The other thing too, though, is that you can always print money. So if somebody really wanted to create a whole bunch of spam bots, they could just print a bunch of money, fund these spam bots, and get their message across. But you can't do that with Bitcoin. You cannot print or create Bitcoin. So that's why it works, because it allows micropayments and it's fixed and scarce supply. So nobody can just create Bitcoin. So that's one example. But then you think of phone calls. Let's say that somebody wants to call me. Okay, you want to call this number? 5 sats. And you could set your own amount. You could set it for 10 sats. You could set it at 500 sats if you don't want anybody to call you. And then you're thinking okay, well, I'm not going to charge my mom 500 sats to call me. But this would just be for people outside of your contact list, right? So if my mom calls me, she's in my contacts. She doesn't have to pay anything. But anybody who's outside of my contacts, and this works for texts, this works for emails. And I think that it should be the same with Nostr. And I do think that this will probably happen in a couple of years from now, where if you want to either direct message somebody, you have to send them sats. Or if you want to mention somebody in a comment or in a post, you have to send them sats. And that'll change. My price might be 10 sats for somebody to mention me in a comment. And the reason why I would do that is because once you get a big enough following, once you have a big enough audience, it's almost impossible to keep track of the comments and the mentions and everything going on. And a lot of it's just bullshit. So mine might be 10 sats to mention me in a comment. Someone like I don't know, who's a big Bitcoiner? Matt Odell. Maybe his is 500 sats to mention him or DM him, or 5,000 sats to DM him. But it just gets rid of the spam. It gets rid of the bullshit. It clears all of the noise, and it just focuses on the people who are real and the people who actually want to reach out to you. So that's why I think and know that Bitcoin is actually going to prevent and cure all the spam issues that we have right now. Right?